Ladies and Germans, how are you all doing? This is Con Ulrich.
And I'm Rangru. Hello, hello, hello.
And guys, it is a sad, sad day. Oh, and ladies, it's a sad, sad day out there, guys and ladies. This is the last match we are going to be seeing of the Paradox Steel Division Normandy 44 tournament. Now, this one is between it's the third place match, of course.
Yep.
And Ryan, you know what? How about you tell us more about that?
So, this is one of the potential free matches. You're only going to be casting one of them, as frankly, we don't have time to do the potential all three. But essentially, the person who wins this match is the person who won the best out of three series. The winner will be taking home a Paradox title of their choice.
Indeed, indeed. So it seems only appropriate that we pick the bloodiest battlefield to go over with this. This is Omaha, isn't it, Rang?
Indeed it is, and on the left-hand side, in blue, we have ourselves Gnef as the 2nd Infantry Division. We haven't seen them all too much. And on the right-hand side, we are watching Gal O'Neill as the Troph SS Panzer Division.
Indeed. So you said we haven't seen the Indian Head Division too often here. So why do we see the Red Men now?
I have no idea really. They're a pretty decent division, but ever since like the Ranger nerf, essentially, they haven't been as popular. But they're still pretty good. Good infantry lineup, good tank lineup, and rifle spam works. Rifle spam works bloody well.
That is very true. How's that going to match up, though? Oh, never mind. We're going to get right into it immediately. So Breakout, looking at it already. Of course, kind of expected on the south, a little more passive. In the north, though, we are going to see Indian Head is going to try to push for that town.
Yeah, they do have the Ranger Assault on standby, as well as an M4 DD Sherman. So some good old fire support. And no Firefly, which is kind of be expected, as there's a bit of a risky tank on this sort of map. It's a bit too close quarters. But, yeah, Sherman's going to be extremely useful in this early game aggression.
What about this anti-tank gun we're going to be seeing? Is that going to be enough to deter the Sherman or no, do you think?
It might be, but just judging how anti-tank guns are at the moment with the whole HP vehicle
Yeah, that
system,
is true.
it's just...
That is very true.
I just don't have much faith in anti-tank guns at the moment.
Very true. It does look like Gal O'Neill has put a lot of stock into that northern flank. Down to the south, we actually don't think we see anything heavier than a half-track.
No, and look at the middle, it's pretty much completely bare. There's a few rifles and Panzergrens here and yeah.
So, what's that going to mean then? I mean, does that mean that we're going to have a Napoleon kind of style for Gnef and Gal O'Neill's going to play the Austrians, or what's going on?
I think we're just going to see more attack on the flanks, which is, you know, more to be expected. Probably nothing too crazy as we sometimes see on this southern flank, but really, I think it's just going to be initially a fight for this town up north. And depending on what happens, you know, who wins the town is really going to dictate where the next move will be. But it's just Panzer Grenadiers holding the town at long range with their lovely MG42s. But yeah, Sherman's going to be a pain in the ass, so that pack gun could hopefully come online. It is a 2-star pack gun as well, so, you know, it has a better chance at killing.
He's going to get the first shot off and potentially even a second. Ooh.
Oh, and look, just misses completely. And
bouncing away.
Because, yeah.
Okay, and with that mortar there as well, that's going to be a very, very difficult uphill battle once that support ring comes online.
And I believe oof.
Wheels destroyed, so that tank is now way less effective already.
Yeah, and there we go, got the fallback at least. So the pack gun's going to be a top in that engagement. But this 60mm mortar, gets a kill. But this 60mm mortar, with its rather fast fire rate, is going to be a real deterrent for this town, as, well...
True, a deterrent, but at the same time, the northern flank for the Americans looks awful bare then. We have a T-30 coming on in, but that's not going to be the easiest thing to be utilizing here.
No, it's really tough getting into this town, as he does have Ranger Assaults and other good CQC units, but it's getting into the town to begin with, as it is a no man's land between you and Gem. And when you're fighting against MG42s, it's not great to be out in the open.
As those poor rifle leaders about to just show us, going down right there. Now, we are going to see some Ranger Marauders kind of standing in the picket line here, and we've actually seen some aggression actually in the middle part of the field as well. So that M1919 though doesn't seem like it's going up to its usual Sterling self, now does it?
Now, when it gets shot up by light vehicles, there's not exactly much it can do. Hopefully, a C-30 can change the tide here, but it's just good light vehicle play from Galileo, and this is really where Trophosis excels on early on, using 250 runs and light vehicles, or the autocannon half track as well as crom rails essentially. You can really do quite a bit of damage, as he's going to have to rely on his more fire support vehicles and long range engagements to really win early on against Gnef as initial ranger units come online.
I do want to say down to the south, we are going to see this 57mm kind of creep forward and take out a couple of half tracks. Is that Ranger Marauder being seen? No.
Just rifles.
Okay.
The Ranger Marauder, I really love this Ranger Marauder setup, especially down south, because if anything tries to barrel down that road, boom, boom, there goes the bazooka.
Yeah, true, and I feel like the bazookas, we've talked about this before, I feel like bazookas are almost too powerful with the shaped charge, but nevertheless, second DD's being brought to the north.
Yeah.
And there is no more anti-tank on there. I guess they got taken up by the mortar, yes?
Yeah, that 60mm mortar, it can just deal with pretty much unarmored unit very easily. One mortar is not going to be enough. Right now, our Panzer Grenadiers, multiple of them, coming across the open field. And they can get to the town, the allied town. It's just fighting in there is going to be a bit hard, as in CQC, it was Panzergren, started to get a little bit shaky.
That is fair. We are also going to see another AT gun being brought in to replace the Fallen, and a second one being brought in to reinforce right around the middle.
Yep.
I can understand why. I guess he's really, really concerned about that T-30, but the T-30 is going to run out of targets pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be dealing with these light half tracks, but still, it can really put some pressure at T-30 if it just goes untouched. It could go up north and start knocking off these 250 runs and the IG-18 half track, as well as the autocannon half track, yeah.
Though we are going to see already that any kind of targets ahead of it are damaged heavily or not going to make it. I don't know. You say he might be able to rotate to the north. I would think that the orchard would frustrate him way too much for that to really be a viable opportunity.
Fair point. It's just... Yeah, good point, really. I still, as a vehicle, you definitely want to try and get knocked out ASAP. It's going to be... Well, it's not... It still has HE ammo, my bad. But,
yes.
Yeah, I mean, that pack gun's going to come in and hopefully be able to knock it out. And Sherman up north is going to be, once again, a pain in the ass.
That's true.
Unless that pack gun can kill it. And it's going to be in pretty much the exact same position as the previous Sherman was. So it'd be ironic if it dies, yeah. And with its side armor being shown...
this could be a beautiful flanking opportunity. That could have been amazing.
Yeah. If only. And bounce... Damn, that pack gun's taking those 50 cows like a champ. And
yes, he is. Wow.
Damn. Is he
going to get... second... Jeez, I've never seen a Pack 38 be this effective.
He could get the surrender with the grill. Or not the grill, but the 250/8. No, Ray. Oh, the mortar gets the snipe. It's going to be forced to retreat.
Shooters wounded. Oh my god, this could have been a kill.
Yeah, it would have been. That was clutch. And like I said, 60mm mortar.
Zook comes out and forces him back. That... Okay. If that was intentional, that was a brilliant, brilliant play.
Yeah, that was good having the Ranger Marauder just as backup. But yeah, 60mm mortar saves the day, allowing out Sherman to fight another fight.
That's true, but we are going to see a 257 now coming out for the Germans. That mortar half track will start dropping rounds on the 60mm.
Yep.
And that's going to cause quite a bit of problem for those stovepipes in the back.
Yeah. I mean, that 250, it does have longer range, and of course, it is armored, so you can't exactly counter-battery it yet efficiently. And the Americans going to be bringing up those Ranger assaults coming in for attack number 2 on the town. I really think he needs, like, I don't know, maybe like a rifle squad or 2 rifle squads just to be meat shields for the initial attack, because those Ranger assaults is going to get lit up by Panzergrens again.
Very, very true. Now, we are going to see rifles. I guess Gal O'Neill kind of forgot that when you get too close to the rifles, they will start dropping grenades on your half-tracks. Did you see one of those go down thanks to rifles that are beginning to form a bulge in the German lines?
Oh, yeah. You could say there's quite a bit of a battle going on over here.
And actually, an incredible amount of indirect fire being brought in. A third mortar, 2 flames. I mean, I don't think this is really going to do us the most good.
For Gnef?
Yeah, you really think it's going to be enough?
Dude, the smokes is going to help out, as you can see right now. I think mortars are really going to be the name of the game for taking this town. As if you can just pin down the Panzergrens, then at least the Ranger assaults can attack, and that's exactly what he's rating for. He's letting the mortars soften up the town, get the smoke in, and then he's going to rush in with the Rangers and, go to town, burn, baby, burn.
Okay, that is true. Now I am going to take a quick little shot of this myself yet again, because again, this town is not quite what I've seen very often, seeing that smoke all over the place.
But look at...
Oh no, they're coming on in. This is a bad idea.
Smoke wasn't as well dissipated. End of the autocannon half track just south in the orchard. Yeah, goes any chances of any attack. And that's a good position for the half track, because the Sherman pretty much has no eyes on, and it can just easily retreat if anything big comes its way.
No, that's very true. I do like the fact that Gnef is not just fixating on the north. You can see he's starting to put together an attack on the south. Mortar and some more infantry coming on in. There's no more light vehicles for the Germans, at least for a little bit more time.
Yep.
So, yeah. I don't know. That could definitely be the beginning of something. But that assault to the north is completely fallen apart.
Yeah, I think attacking up north, it's just not going to work. The Germans have such a good defensive line, and it's too much no man's land between Gnef and Gal O'Neill. So I think his southern assault is definitely going to be much better. A bit more CQC, so the rifles, the mortars can go to town much more efficiently. And especially once you get to the later game, where you have to worry about, you know, German caps coming on.
That's true, and Kitty's got claws for that matter, but we're not going to see them just yet, even though we are going to phase B in 15 seconds.
Yep.
Yes, please.
Yeah, we never know. We may see Gal O'Neill banking for, you know, the 1 minute Ritman.
But I don't know if he really has a good sense of wit, man. I don't know. I don't know.
That was good. That was good.
I try.
That was good.
But folks, while we are prepping, we are going to phase B right now. And I'm sorry, go ahead. You're going to make a comment. Go ahead.
Yeah, we got the assault going in down south, as you can see.
Really true. There we go.
Yeah, the rifles and mortars are making progress. The Pak-38 being forced to retreat. And, yeah, I think Gnef is going to be able to get some ground here if the M20 gives him some good fire support.
This is the only time an M20 is ever any good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You never really see him that much either.
They're good in Company of Heroes too, and that's even then as a stopgap measure. They're not good here. They're just, and I'm surprised he's being as aggressive as he is with them.
I loved using them in Men of War because they always has a bazooka inside the inventory.
You're right. I haven't played that forever. Jeez. Yeah. But he's gonna get chased away. That 259's coming on in with that autocannon. Already have the rifles falling back. The M20 is sure to follow.
Yeah, too bad he didn't move up his range of marauders or 57mm gun sooner, because that definitely could have helped knock out the autocannon half track.
True. We are going to see the beginning of rifle spam as well coming into the center part. See that recon unit on the southern flank just above that. On the next line, we're going to see 3 squads coming on in. So maybe he's going to try to exploit and take this town just to the east of that tree line?
Yeah, just maybe.
I don't know. Ooh, but he's bringing another tank. Okay, I'm getting kind of confused. Gnef is working every single direction here. Gal O'Neill has to take. He's got to take the initiative somewhere.
Yeah, he still has a little bit of a point lead on Gnef, only for like a few minutes more. But this is really good aggression from Gnef, just because of how cheap rifles are. He can just have them everywhere. To really put in perspective, he can really afford like 2, almost 3 rifle squads compared to a single Panzer Grenadier. It does come with a half track, mind you. But still, that's just a lot of men that you can put all over.
Very, very true. Another 257 down to the south. Didn't see that until just now. I'm surprised that Gal O'Neill seems to be not going as heavy with his light vehicles as I expected. I mean, we're seeing lots and lots of half-tracks, but most of those are just bringing infantry to the field. I'm not seeing as many autocannons and stuff like that I would expect.
Yeah, most of them there's quite a few just hold up north, not really doing too much as defending the town. But, yeah, it's no real, like, major aggression with, like, any light vehicles. I mean, you've got a little bit going on in the center right now, the half-tracks. I think it's mainly because Gal he's being more reactionary right now. Gnef is hitting the hitch, and right now Gal's just trying to plug in the lines with, you know, a light vehicle here and there. You can't really afford to try and go for a major breakthrough if everywhere else is being broke through already.
Now, help me out as well. We don't see that autocannon half-track down to the south. I'm guessing that was at the 57 mil, right?
Yeah, or maybe it's Sherman.
Is Sherman missing anything?
Oh,
I think they're still out of range. Nope. No,
there's like 3 things that could have killed it, yeah. So nonetheless, it's dead. And look at his southern side. That is just manifest destiny right yeah, baby.
That is true. There's a lot of Labens around that they want to be going for. Oops, wait, sorry, wrong side. But we are going to see us well. We're seeing a very, very plucky half-track moving into the middle of the American lines. Not going to do a whole lot, and indeed, might even get picked off really quickly. Yep, here comes the Zook shot. Tracks and wheels destroyed. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, he's buggered.
And if Befehle Panzer coming down to the south, that Panzer IV might be able to help stabilize things, assuming, of course, he's able to push back those DD tanks.
Yeah, it's just going to be a pretty tough fight between him and the DD. And we've got another DD coming in up north, and, you know, people say 2nd Infantry is an infantry division, but the amount of sermons that you can get say otherwise.
That's true. That's true. And the Americans, you know what they're like. They're all about giving the D.
Oh, double D.
Indeed. Size does matter, apparently. And here we are. It's getting close, like you said already. 54 to 46, 253 to 295. The point lead will go over to the Americans right quick. And I don't think the Germans are going to be able to arrest this momentum.
No.
For a good 5 or 10 minutes.
It's sort of really, like, this map works really well for 2nd Infantry compared to Trophy SS, as it's, like, more in this southern middle area. It's a bit more close quarters, so you can sneak around rifles and Ranger Marauders, you know, in just good positions and getting close. As those Panzergrens, they're only really good at long range, and I'd be thinking for Gal O'Neill, he really needs to start getting some Pioneers out.
That is true. The way we see that Befehle Panzer is pushing back. He's wounded the shooter on the Sherman, so that's great right there. But it still has to worry about that 57 mil and the Rangers.
I think the 57mm can just barely see the Panzer IV. Yes, he is.
But he's going to take rounds and then return. So, max range-ish? No, not really.
Hopefully Gal can get that mortar online to try to pin down the 57.
And there are the rounds, and I think it might even... It's going to do it. There we go.
That's pretty close there. He could have lost the Panzer IV, but fortunately that mortar saves his ass. And just see a little bit up north, we've got the rifles pushing through en masse. Just trying to get any headway whatsoever, but light vehicle is going to be stopping him.
I did like a very plucky 222 kind of raced in and around. I wasn't sure if he was trying to go for a capture or what, but either way, it didn't really work.
Yeah, it's a bit too risky.
Indeed. Ugh. So, Rang, as things continue right now, we were talking just before the cast. We have our DLC coming out soon, don't we?
Yeah, it comes out on Tuesday, and it's going to be pretty awesome. I played with some of the divisions already, just private NDA access. Can't say anything, but I can say they're pretty fun. They're pretty good.
That's true.
There's some, if you read the dev blogs, they're really they're different, especially the SAS. They are awesome in terms of just how they function, essentially. Read the dev blog. I recommend it.
By the way, we're going to get more Ranger assaults and some music up to the north. Xylophone coming in to break the German position.
Oh boy.
And another Panzer IV, but I don't think that's going to get there in time to save that town. That town's going to get crushed.
Yeah, I mean, the Xylophone's definitely going to be the major factor. But once again, we got that 250/9 south of the town. It's pretty low in ammunition, so maybe they're going to run out of ammo before he can actually stop any assault. But I think he needs, like, a little bit more than just 2 Rangers and a Xylophone to potentially capture the town. I think he needs, like, rifle spam at least, just to, you know, take the initial shots.
That is true. I'm going to switch quick over to Gal O'Neill's side. He knows the Xylophone is there.
Oh, yeah. He can just see the music coming.
Now, of course, I'm not suggesting that there should be a very big weight placed on the air power here, but this, for me, would scream, time to buy a quick airplane and bomb that with bejesus out of it. I see the enemy massing for an assault. This is the time to break it up.
Yep. If you can ever, you know, if you ever see an artillery piece, I'd always make sure to just, like, mark it down, or just send a plane over, because not many times you get a dead-on shot. I mean, when you're doing counter-battery most of the time, you'll just, you know, kind of guessing where the traces are coming from. So being able to, you know, see the bloody Xylophone, would be #1 priority. Even just the mortar, at least.
This is also true. Now, DD tank went down to the south. A second one, or third one, I guess, at this point, need to come in. And the 2 Panzer IVs, they're having a field day now. There's nothing down there to stop them besides those Rangers, and they are nowhere near that road.
Oh, no. They could get pretty near that road if they just get moved to the tree line up north, but he's just waiting, biding his time to get the perfect shot on one of those Panzer IVs, and this is a real good use of Panzer IVs overall from Gal O'Neill. I mean, there's no point really getting Rittman on this map. It's just a bit too CQC hell. So you might as well just get cheaper, highly vetted Panzer IVs instead. It's a good choice.
True. Yeah. To the north, by the way, mortar half track continues to drop rounds now on top of that Ranger assault squads and the xylophone. So the xylophone continues to not move. I think Gnef is just I think he's tunnel visioning a little bit on the south, and rightly so, to be fair.
I mean, he's completely forgot about how to show you what's going to be going on, and yeah, seems a bit of a
Blunder.
misplay.
Also, here's a Panzer IV coming to the side of it. Oh my gosh, this is Sherman DT right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Fire.
Damn, that was a good hit.
Yeah, that's going to be a death right there. I mean, good gosh, if he misses, I'm going to be very upset.
No.
There we go. That's a kill.
There we go. And the veteran shield on the Panzer IVs is really going to help him in these engagements. As even though Gnef can get a lot of Sherman DDs, they don't really have the veteran shield.
And the one that just came to the front, weapon jammed.
Weapon jammed.
Oh,
what is it, an M16?
This isn't Vietnam, but I know what you mean. We are going to see the rifle leader is going to be continue to start dropping down Zooks constantly at this Panzer IV. Transmission damaged and blows it up. So as good as that flank was, kind of bad to send it in there again, as we always say, without that infantry support.
Yep, it's always risky sending tanks, you know, anywhere near a forest, a town, etc., without having infantry screen in front, because you never know. A small hill, you know, an orchard, a berry bush. You never know.
Down the street. Ooh,
down
17 pounder. 17 pounder. 76 mil.
76.
Is it still 17? That's still 17 pounder, right?
No, they're different.
Oh my
they're
gosh.
pretty similar in terms of, like, they're both very similar caliberized. Like, they're both 76 mil, or 17 pounder, 76.2 roughly. Okay. But, you know, in the end of the day, it makes big booms. The 17 pounder makes slightly bigger booms.
Okay, to be fair, I don't know my AT guns that well for the Americans. I can tell you all day about, you know, the German light stuff, but American stuff, right out the window.
Yeah.
M1, that's all I got. Yeah. And you've educated me on that, so thank you there.
Yeah.
Ranger assaults are starting to fall off again. Why haven't we seen more aggressive rifle play in the middle?
In the middle, I think it's really just the threat of light vehicles. Even though rifles are great, they don't really have any anti-tank capabilities. And when there's half-tracks and whatnot all over the place, even just like one half-track can stop a rifle over open ground.
That is true. We actually see a couple pioneers to the north, by the way. I don't know if you really did a whole lot.
Yep. And a Panzer IV up north, 2-star veterancy. That's going to be a real pain in the arse. It's like Panzer IV, 14 armor means against 76 mils or more heavier American guns, it does have just enough armor to bounce him at max range.
He also has just enough range, I think, to see that. Oh my gosh, he's going to be able to see xylophone.
Oh no!
Oh my god, that is music to my ears. Lightning coming on in, going after the mortar half track to the south, but even if he takes it out, that's a more than fair trade.
Yeah, it's done its job. It's done more than it needed to. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, and Kretschmer coming out. Kretschmer.
Oh, okay.
Not often that we see this bad boy, but this is, of course, guys, a vetted up Panzer IV. Couple of stars of veterancy here, and frankly, he is he looks nice. I mean, a little bit weird, a little Dr. Frankenstein-y.
I really like the paint job on that tank. I'm not gonna lie.
Get a close up for it real quick. I haven't seen that.
You know, it's got those crisscrossy green X's. You can see how one of the skirt shields on the left-hand side and the right-hand side have been damaged a little bit. You know, because he's been shooting up.
That is true, and he's going right at the camera now.
Yep.
Bam, there we go. That's a beautiful shot. You're right. Yep. He is a beautiful model.
Yeah, it's a good model. 10 out of 10. Anything that Eugene does really well is, from Raw Game to Steel Division, is their unit models are great, especially when it comes to vehicles.
We are having a Saving Private Ryan moment right in the middle. You see that rifle leader? He's got a Zook. He's got one rifle squad of recon basically right there, and he's getting forced back and surrender. Tom Hanks is not a part of that squad.
Nope. If he only had 1911, they could probably kill the half tracks.
That's true. I gotta watch the movie again.
Yeah, great movie.
Young Panzer continues its devastation. All the leadership for the Americans is getting gunned down.
Yeah, that's not good. You count on Edo starts, and this is really a breakthrough from Gal O'Neill as he pushes through with the light half tracks and pioneers. This like forest is going to be a little bit tough. He does knock out the 76, which is pretty important.
That's true, but we are going to see an M10 coming on in as well. So even if he drops the Marauders, he has to be terrified of that tank destroyer that's going to be coming up the pike.
That's really going to be a pain in the ass at longer range against the Panzer IVs. Fortunately, there's not too many areas where it's 1.2 kilometer, So the Panzer IV still have a pretty good shot at killing that M10. It's just the veterancy on that thing is bloody scary.
Sounds about right. I'm trying to understand. Okay, so we have a bit of a German resurgence to the south. Going to try to stopgap this pressure here. And the M10's announced its presence. I have an M8 on in as well. Not M8, excuse me. No, it is an M8. I always double guess myself. Okay,
it's
and
right,
the duck
mate.
Coming in. What's up?
It's right, mate. You're right.
It was one of those things. You know, you see an M8, and the first thing I think is Scott, not not the Scout car.
Yeah. You don't really see Greyhounds that much ultra often, as they do him and the 251 just kind of rave at each other. And when I mean rave, I mean exchange machine gun shots, but nonetheless.
I thought they partied together too. That was pretty cool, actually. I was like, okay, this, you know, it's war, but it doesn't mean we can't have a little bit of fun.
They probably drove past each other and high-fived.
True, very Mad Max of them. Kretschmer supporting an attack on the center line here, and Gal O'Neill's got to get on his horse. He's got 15 minutes left to really seal the deal. And he's got some ground to make up.
And it's not too much of a point disadvantage, only like a 500-point difference. You can get out back in 10 minutes, plus 1 point advantage. And I really like how he's not fallen into this like heavy tank like tunnel vision. He's getting a lot of cheaper, you know, Panzer IVs, Yad Panzers across the map. That's all you really need on this map. It's all more CQC, and it's working really well. It's medium and light vehicle play.
I agree with you, but at the same time, he does bring down the Vesp to the south, and I really like that call, actually.
Yeah, that's a good call too. That's definitely going to help out, especially against 2nd Infantry, as a lot of their good units are, you know, soft targets. So having a dedicated artillery piece out is always a good pick.
I was going to say they're quite immobile, but, you know, definitely the soft targets to be sure, too.
Yeah, to be honest, I always do prefer the British ROSP.
Yeah, of course you do.
Yeah, but it just lights a fire in my heart.
I see that too. You're all about universally carrying everything on the weight on your shoulders, right? Jagdpanzer gets forced back, but does not manage to get taken out by that DD tank. And I didn't even see we had an ME-109 coming in. Did that P-38 make it out?
I don't. No idea. Well,
Kretschmar is exchanging fire with that M10. Driver wounded.
Oof.
This is not good.
Yeah, Kretschmer's kind of focusing a little bit on the south instead of what's in front of him.
Yeah, he's going to go down.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, yeah. Instead of a Rittman, it's a Kretschmer.
Yeah.
At least Kretschmer's a bit more expendable.
True. Yeah. Not as much harm to the German, you know, je ne sais quoi. I see what you did there, too. Alright, I would like to see this rifle leader and rifles get squeezed out of this bulge. That's good for another 2 or 3% pretty easily. My guess even more than that.
Yeah, he really needs to try and capture that town, because that is really the bulge in his battle line.
Yeah.
And it'd be pretty easy.
Yeah, it's a Bofors, yeah. Okay.
But this is just a really solid match from both players. Once again, you know, this isn't like the finals, but you can definitely see, you know, except for that little xylophone thing up and all, why both of these players are in, you know, the third place matchup. Just really solid play back and forth. This has been a pretty back and forth match, really.
And I cannot recall for the life of me right now, and I feel bad about it. Didn't Gal and Gnef face each other earlier in the match?
No.
I'm incorrect. No. Okay.
We've been seeing them a lot because they've been winning a lot, but...
Ooh, P4 damages the M10. This could be... Oh, never mind.
Nope.
He ruins it by moving.
Yep. I think he's scared of those P38s maybe, and damn, they're dropping in some heavy payload.
That's true, but I don't think one of them's going to make it out. I mean, ME-109 is going to get... Oh, never mind. He's too fast.
I don't... Okay, yeah, it's too fast.
No, had he been able to cut that hypotenuse a little bit more, he might have been able to do it. Very plucky 259 tries to go and save that P4. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Nope.
And it doesn't.
That's a good position for Jeff with the M4 Sherman. It's a very defensive position, but you know, running the Jagdpanzer 4, especially a 3-star Jagdpanzer 4 nearby, you hide.
True. That is very, very true. Now, down to the south at least... Oh, nope, never mind. I was going to say that maybe we're getting a resurgent German attack, but not really.
No, it's just a little bit of pioneers. Hopefully he can capture that town in the center. I mean, he's got the Panzergrens. and half-track and pioneers here, so, you know, can easily, well, eventually kill the rifles and the rifle leader. And, that rest maybe need to start shooting a little bit. I mean, it's shot already, but definitely help out to try and knock out his rifles and whatnot. Here we go.
He's aiming at the wrong targets, though. These guys are either completely Winchester or really out of most of their most effective weapon.
The bar?
Yeah, the BAR's out of heal. He's pretty much out of ammo there.
I think it's just he just needs to try and make a quick breakthrough before reinforcements coming down south, such as a 2-star M10 tank destroyer.
Is that what's coming on in right now?
Yep.
Yep.
And that's, well, this won't be too much of a pain. It's already a 2-star Panther 4, and in this range, it's going to be pretty efficient. You know, unless that 76mm gun turns on its weapon, and the Panther 4 die, as we will maybe see just shortly. Maybe?
Nope.
No, nope. Good kill there. Fortunately,
and 100% necessary kill for that matter.
Yep. And Ranger machine gun getting knocked out down south. And it seems like German's going to be able to recapture southern middle sector, which is what they really need to do for Gal, as he has 10 minutes to catch up to 800 points roughly. Oh, Gabby! Gabby!
Oh, man.
Oh!
This guy's going down. The semi-109's going to buy it. Between the Bofors and Gabby, he's not making it out.
Yeah, he's not. Well, Gabby is a bit slow in the turns, you know. But it's all about in the straight.
Look at that speed!
I know, it's like a dragster.
Oh, jeez, it does make it out. Thank you. Wind, you may open fire.
Yeah.
Shoot down the Gabster. Between that and the 250-17. Okay, so there we go. So Gabby's falling back.
Yeah. I mean, Gabby never dies. And that's like the few times we have seen Gabby die.
I was going to say, I think we've seen him die once. There's that one furball.
Twice?
Maybe
I remember
right.
twice in our casting career we've seen Gabby die.
P-Grants. Okay, so M10 getting awfully close. I don't like this aggressive kind of posture here, but alright.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he just wants to fire over here at this poor half-track.
Yeah, he's buggered.
But we are back to a 50-50.
Yeah, it's really, like, Gao really needs to focus on just trying to puncture through his southern middle sector. It is right for the open. He can definitely see just how much his lines is bulging around this area. And he just, that's really going to be his best bet for victory. I mean, he's moving in his 250 run up into his town, and it's only rifles, so it's going to be a pretty easy lot to take out.
Assuming he doesn't get too close, though.
Yep. Good point.
And we are going to see a couple more P4s coming on in just 1, 2. No, 2. So the Befehle Panzer to the north? No. That's that one from Phase B. Okay.
Yep.
And the Wind, I would have liked to just seen him open up on these Ranger Assaults. But the Ranger Assaults are still out of range for that Flamethrower, so that's a small blessing in disguise.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Spar Troop is out of machine gun ammo, so it's not going to be able to do too much. And Spar Troops have been there for a long time, I believe. Like, since the start of the match. Yeah.
I think you're right.
They've seen all sorts of horror.
They've seen fire, they've seen rain, and there's more fire coming down that road, too.
Oh, boy. Damn, he has a lot of Ranger Assaults. He's pretty much been, like, taking rifles and... Like, okay, he didn't take any Ranger supports, which is rather amusing. It's all about the flamethrower troops for him and the rifles. And hopefully, you know, this is, like, what, the third time he's trying to Ranger Assault attack? I think it's the flamethrowers.
At least. Is the Wind going to get hit here? Bombs are away. He's going after the P4.
I think they're actually just regular flame... Yeah, they're just regular flamethrowers, not Ranger Assaults. But not once again, you know, third time's a charm with a flamethrower assault. Hopefully he can light the Germans up.
Oh, at long last, we finally are going to see a dead... Oh, these are just flamethrowers, not even Ranger Assaults.
No, he's probably run out of Ranger Assaults already.
We're going to finally see one of those P-38s get taken on down. It's only taken, what, 30 minutes for it to happen, but...
Yeah, with the Messerschmitt, unlike the Focke-Wulf, you really need to have it on field circuit, like, ready to go instead of just calling it out when you see the plane.
Very, very true.
And now I think his flamethrower is going to be able to make a real good play for this town. There's no real infantry, there's some infantry... No, they're coming into the middle. So, he's not lose this town up north unless he does something fast.
Well, this Panzergrenadier Führer is getting close combat like crazy. Get in there, boys. Get on top of them. You have the numbers. 2 to 1.
That's a micro. So what he's doing is when the building gets flamed, he jumps out the building immediately and rushes the flamethrower troops as they're reloading their flamethrower to do another burst. And that's when they get the kill. Yo, it's still a bit risky because, you know, flamethrower troops already have a submachine gun, so, you know, he does take some casualties doing that maneuver. But better than being burned.
Oh my gosh, that P-38 is so dead.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a big hit right there. Gabby, I think's coming in. Yep, there's Gabby. We're going to see one dead ME-109.
No rubber wins.
Ooh, good point. And the 251.
Yep. And that's going to be enough to ward off Gabby.
But still, we're at a +2 right now. We have, what, 6 minutes left? So unless the Americans completely collapse, which is not outside the realm of possibility.
Yeah, yeah. It's just, I think Gal is kind of running low on infantry. And he's been taking quite a lot of casualties. He's been losing a lot of Panzer IVs this match. And every time he brings up Panzergrunds and Pioneers, they always end up just getting killed. And, you know, fighting 2nd Infantry, they just have an infinite amount almost of rifles, if you set it up correctly.
You know what? I take back what I just said. You're absolutely right. So we have a 203 coming in, and I cannot see Gnef investing in any sort of off-map arty unless it's going to completely be over in his mind.
Yeah, and all he needs is like a few more rifles, and he can pretty much just take his town up north, and that really just be a solid GG.
And with the 222s coming in with recon troops, no, not 222s. Well, there is one, but 223 rather. 223. But 251s coming in with Aufklärers. I can't help but feel that you're right. That Gal is scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Trophy Thirst actually has a pretty decent infantry lineup. It is literally just Panzergrunds and Pioneers, nothing too fancy. But he's been a very atrocious matchup so far, and I just think he's just ran out at this point. Oh, Panther! We're finally seeing the heavy tank here. You know, it's not going to be super useful, and it's a little too late. But nonetheless, you know, maybe his big cat can get a few more kills before the match is over.
True, true. Gabby just claimed his first. That ME-109 almost made it off, and then at the absolute last second just got pinged.
Yep. And funnily enough, the M8 Greyhound managed to capture an Opel Blitz. And kill the Rasp. Or something. I think the Wolverine killed the Rasp, but, you know.
Well, that'll be rectified in a moment.
I mean, I'm sure you can put like a 75mm German tank sound to an American tank. That's how it works.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You know, you can just stick some, like, 8mm Mauser into a bar machine gun.
Well, that's how it works in video games. Video games are like life, so I completely get
exactly.
that.
Video games are my life, God.
That is true. That is true. Where would we be without video games? Well, we wouldn't be psychopaths, that's for sure.
Outside.
Outside?
I'm joking. It's like -10 outside.
I want to come in from the out right now. Thank you. Quick TOT barrage coming up from that 203, and that's going to devastate whatever remains of those German forces right there.
Yeah, yeah. But they're still holding on, you know, barely. Barely. Yeah. I mean, the anti-air's really helping out quite a bit, I think, in our defense. But here comes the big-ass arty, and the big-ass arty makes big-ass booms, and oh, there goes the rubber end.
Yep, 76 mils makes some big-ass booms.
Yeah, that's a sneaky shot, right? Yeah.
Yeah, kind of surprised sometimes at some of these sight lines, but geez, that's why these guys are where they are in this tournament.
Yeah, you can really like get some very sneaky shots by shooting in between buildings. It's lovely. It's lovely. And look, there we go. Another 223 goes down, and yeah. I actually think Gnef maybe running low in infantry too, as we haven't seen much from him either. But you know, he has the momentum, he has the initiative, so it doesn't really matter.
Yep, and the fact that we see this desperation ME-109 call on in, he bravely hits the field and he bravely hits the ground.
Yeah. And Panther and Wolverine down south. I think it's gonna go to the Panther.
It better go to the Panther.
No,
oh, never mind. That's not fair. That's not fair. Oh yeah. All right. Want to go +2 on this?
Total air supremacy. Okay, I'm ready to go +2.
Okay, go at 35, alright?
Okay.
3, 2, go.
Yeah.
Alright there, guys. So it does look like it's going to be Gnef taking this particular fight. And Rang, remind us now, what happened in this overall matchup?
I think Gnef, I mean, he has a better division for more close range hedgerow fighting. His rifles manage to get better CQC advantage on the Panzergrens, and Galileo can get Pioneers up fast enough. And also, just it's finally Rittman on the field, but you know, way too late. But
He just wants to make sure Whitman survives.
yeah, well, it's the only way Rittman survives if you get him right at the end of the match.
And stick him behind the Befehler. Yep.
Just a lot of his light vehicles went down, and he just couldn't make a concentrated breakthrough on one side. That's really where Trophes S excels with, you know, good light vehicle breakthrough or medium vehicle breakthrough, and he's really being very reactionary on all of Gnef's plays. As Gnef was, you know, he was attacking all over that match and giving Gal O'Neill no breathing room to amass a large force, which is really the scary part against fighting against Trophes S, is they can get, you know, quite a lot of German armor.
That is true, actually. Just before we start taking a look at the kills, we'll take a look through the history in the meantime. But down in the south, that Befehler Panther as well as Wittmann, were really beginning to put something together. I don't know if it was because there was nothing left.
Yeah,
or what the deal
was.
Left.
There was nothing left, essentially, from 2nd Infantry.
I say another 5 minutes could have been very different, but, you know, of course.
But looking at history, it's pretty back and forth on
True.
the history to be. Yeah, it's pretty back and forth, actually.
Minute 28 to about 30 is all blue. Then from minute 30 till 31 is all red, and yeah.
It's. I mean, this is a really solid match, nonetheless. Both sides played pretty phenomenally, and you know they did a really good job. Once again, it's the reason why this is the 3rd place match.
Do you remember what happened in the 3rd place match overall?
So that's actually a best of 2. Spoiler alert, Gnef won both. The second matchup, this is actually the first match we covered, but the second matchup was Panzer Lev 6 Airborne. Reason we did this run.
6 Panzer, I was like, traitors in the ranks!
But no, that was the second matchup, and Gnef managed to win that in like 36 minutes or something.
Very, very true. But regardless, well played to both guys. A great tournament from them and from all the players we were seeing. So I was very happy to be able to get the chance to cast that.
Same here.
And I hear there's some other stuff coming around the corner, although that's still up in the air as well. So
yeah.
In any case, more DLC coming out next week, guys. So feel free to pick that up. It's gonna be fantastic. And Rang, anything else from you?
Nope, I'm good.
Great. Well, in that case, folks, this has been Con Ulrich.
And I'm Rang Rude. Take it easy.